Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, special edition for Reflections of Us 2025. I'm your host, Janice Carter Miller, and I'm coming to you on this special occasion promoting the fashion extravaganza that's coming Sunday at the Memorial Auditorium. It's going to be fashion. It's going to be music. It's going to be a calendar of events that we all attend during the course of 2025 or any other year. And how we do it, we celebrate Martin Luther King, maybe differently than some places. We celebrate Valentine's Day, Black love, maybe differently than some other places. We celebrate Derby only like Louisvillians can celebrate Derby. I'm saying, oh, well, so be it. I just wanted to come to you and let you know a couple of things. One is that this morning I was on Great Day Live on WHAS. I guess you can go on their website and take a look at the show from this morning, Great Day Live. We had a couple of the models, a few models that were on the broadcast with me this morning to promote the show naturally. And I decided to lean into this affordability thing, that most things that Americans want right now, and especially African Americans want and need right now, we need to be able to afford. Our cost of living is gone overboard. And so having decided to do this show at this time of the year may be a little presumptuous of me, may have been a little presumptuous of me, that this is something that people could afford to come to see. So what I did was to put out a call to action that I would make the show more affordable. So for those who haven't bought their tickets, for those who have, thank you very much. For those who have not bought their ticket right now, I'd like to say this is a 24-hour hit it and get it kind of special. You have to go on Eventbrite and go get your tickets. You've got to have a code word. And the word is what I'm talking about, being affordable. So from 10 o'clock this morning to 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, that's your window. That's your window to go on and get tickets that are even a little less than the pre-sale tickets. I'm just trying to be proactive. I want the room to be full. I don't want people not to come because they couldn't afford to come. I was not trying to outprice anything or anyone, just kind of gauged from the show having not been done since 2009, the Ebony Fashion Fair. I thought that we had kind of gotten to a point of a $65 ticket, to be honest with you. And so when I decided to do pre-sale, that meant the ticket was $55, but then you had to add tax and fees, which made it a $60 ticket. I still don't think $60 is too bad, but this is just to show you that my heart is in the right place, to help your purse being in the right place. I would just like to say, see if this works for you. We got 24 hours to do this, and then we're going to just leave things as they were and just proceed because Sunday, everything's in place. We're ready to roll. We're ready to hit that stage, curtains up, lights on, band kicking. Andre Wilson is sewing, tightening up, fitting all the models. We're ready. We're ready to do this for you, Louisville. So, hope that you will enjoy that. I need to put this on hold for just a second. Do me a favor. I'm back. Sorry about that. Uh, but I should have known you can't cook and do a podcast at the same time. It's been a while, but I had to turn the pots down. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And I know everyone's getting ready for the holiday. Um, and I want to talk about being thankful. I want to really just do a shout out to the models that are in the show. We've got a generational group of models. We've got Generation X, Generation Y, Generation Z, and some baby boomers. And we've all been working since August. We've been rehearsing, trying to get this show together because it's not your ordinary fashion show. It's not a play. It's not a musical. It's based the underlying premise of the show is fashion. It's fashion from scene to scene, from month to month throughout the year of 2025. We're going to look back at how we have celebrated our holidays and honored our traditions, the things that we traditionally do here in Louisville, and how we pay homage to our leaders and our institutions. Those are two things that it's going to be a little different that I think is necessary, that I would like to do as far as recognizing some of our deceased members that within the past 10 years who brought us up to this point where we are now, as far as our social justice and things of that nature, our education, people that have played roles in strategic places that have moved us in a progressive way. I used to feel like when I moved back to Louisville, I didn't know if we were a progressive city or not. And as you see, I got my Kentucky State stuff on. So, but I think we're in position to be progressive. There's some things that we need to work on. Even the main thing that I always think about is working together. Everybody can't be the chief. Somebody's got to be an Indian. And to learn how to be a chief, you must first learn how to follow. In order to lead, you must know how to follow, because then you know what a follower is when you see one, so that you know who you can depend on, who's there for you, because then that just shows that they probably have leadership potential. Okay. So Louisville's right on the cusp. We can fall backwards and be backwards, or we can fall forward and be very progressive, because we've we've got the potential to be that. We've got the potential to do that. And that's really kind of what I hope for my city. I want nothing but the best for us. We've got the things that we're very good at. Hospitality is one of the things I think we shine in, as far as being a welcoming type of city. There's some things that have to be, our image has to be enhanced. Our image has to be enhanced as far as how we treat people when they come to the city, how we treat our own people who live in the city. These are some things. They're just some everyday, it's some housekeeping things. I don't know everything. I just tell you what I would like, and you probably have a few things that you would like to see us do differently. How we do business differently. How we do or don't return telephone calls. How we follow through. If we say we're going to do something, then do what you're going to say you're going to do. Oops. Do what you say you're going to do. Just your follow through. Follow through is important. Your word is important. If you tell someone you're going to do something, follow up. And if you can't do it, step up to the plate and say you can't do it. Nobody's perfect. That includes me. I'm not preaching to anyone. I'm just saying how I view things, how I do things, how I try to do things. And I think it's important that we pay attention to how we handle ourselves, how we do business. Sometimes just because you get paid does not make you a professional. I'm just saying, so there are some things that, your process from beginning to the middle to the end to getting it done. There are certain things that everyone needs to do from the beginning to the end to finish. You've got to be able to finish. We run the Derby. The horse don't win until the horse finishes the race. You got me? Okay. So, like I said, tonight I'm on here to let you know about the 24-hour promotion that you can go on Eventbrite and see about securing your tickets for the show. It's a Thanksgiving gift. Who knew? I didn't know. I was thinking about ways to boost our ticket sales, because they need boosting, because, Louisvillians don't buy tickets in advance like they used to. I mean, they wait last minute and think tickets are going to be sold at the door. It's not necessarily so. They may be sold at the door. They may not be sold at the door. You might get a much cheaper ticket before you look to go to the door to buy a ticket. So I'm just saying, just roll with this, because I don't know how many other events are happening on Sunday, November 30th at 5 p.m. But I know Reflections of Us is going down. It's going down Sunday. So for the models, we've got a really fabulous group. They've been dedicated. They've been rehearsing, like I said, since September, almost every Saturday. And that's a lot to ask people to give up their weekend day, especially those that work. or have children to come in and rehearse. Um, they do receive a stipend. It's not a lot. It's hard to say what you're going to pay somebody and you don't know if you're going to make the money, but that's what promotion is all about. You have to be able to cover your bets. You know what I'm saying? You can't bet if you can't cover it. Okay. So we're ready. I think they're ready. I think they're excited. We've got 11 models. We've got 8 ladies and 3 gentlemen. And everybody's has been very positive. It's a rarity to work with 11 people, and I've never gotten a negative vibration. You heard me. Never, not once has anybody given me a negative vibration. I look forward to our rehearsals on Saturdays, and I've grown attached to some of these people. Some of the younger women, I feel my nurturing sense kind of comes out. So I've enjoyed being around them. The older women, we kick it, old school. We know what to do. And we still enjoy each other and we respect each other's opinion, and there's room for, tell me, I have a question. There's room for your question to be answered. There's room for your idea. Do you think if we do this, maybe it would be easier? Absolutely. So that's kind of how we've been working together, and we've been working together in a very thoughtful and intentional way. And I'd like to send a shout out to FaithWorks. We rented the Russell Theater about 3 times because I needed to put some of the models on a stage maybe that they hadn't been on with the bright lights. So we rented Russell Theater for us to practice. And that was a big help to us. I want to thank Mr. Emily and Mr. Rush Trow for allowing us and even actually having the time available for us to come over and rehearse. And it was a big benefit to us because that stage at Memorial Auditorium, huge. You hear me? It's huge. But everybody, when the first time we got on it, everybody seemed to make adjustments. That's what you have to pivot. When things aren't going right or you're not sure about where things should be, you have to pivot. You have to make adjustments. So we've been able to do that, and that's been, we've had a good time doing that. So I just want everyone to know, go to Eventbrite, go to get tickets, type in the code word. The code word is, I'm saying it this last time because you need to remember it. If you want to pass it on to your friends, tell them. They got 24 hours to get their tickets at an affordable price. Okay. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to close out this segment of Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. But at 7:30, I'm going to replay the last interview that I had that brought Mr. Tony Terry on. And so you can get a glimpse of him and get to see what kind of person he is and see how excited he is to come to Louisville and entertain you. We've been friends since 1986. When I was in New York, I did my first cabaret at Sweetwater's, and Tony Terry sang backup for me. And then when Tony got his record deal, I went in the studio and I sang backup for him on Lovey Dovey. It's that lovey-dovey feeling I get when I'm with you. That was Tony Terry back in the day. And so Tony's going to come on and talk to us a little later. But just want to let you know, this is my Thanksgiving gift to you to make Reflections of Us 2025 affordable. Have a fantastic evening. I'll probably come on again tomorrow just to say happy Thanksgiving. Be blessed. Be safe. Have a fantastic evening. Take care. Bye-bye.